Within the past few weeks, SaunaBox has released not one, but two brand new infrared heated saunas, and today we're going to be going over the newest edition, the SaunaBox Pulse. Having just been released a few short weeks after the brand new SaunaBox Solara, the SaunaBox Pulse is said to be the new budget-friendly infrared heated sauna experience from SaunaBox. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over everything you guys need to know about this brand new sauna, including all its specs and brand new features. And with that all being said, let's get right into it. Now starting off with first impressions, you will actually notice that this SaunaBox actually isn't too far off from some of its original designs. The outside of this SaunaBox, for example, has the same sort of well-stitched polyester material that lines both the outside and inside of the sauna, just like we saw in the original steam tent version of the SaunaBox, which isn't a complaint by any means, because this, even in the original steam tent version of the SaunaBox, has always held up really well and I've had no issues with it. The material of the outside might be very similar to its original designs. One thing you will notice is that the bottom is actually a lot wider than it is at the top, and it's sort of as if it just tapers and gets a little bit smaller as it gets closer to the top compared to more of the boxy rectangular designs of the original. And last but not least, for the outside look of the new SaunaBox Pulse, we have a little phone holder right here, so you don't have to leave your phone on the floor with your clothes or towel or anything like that, like you might have to with other saunas. And you also have this Velcro window, so that Velcro actually goes all the way around. So if you'd like to, you can actually take this whole thing out, which I'll actually show you guys real quick. And there you have it. As you can see, this whole window will come out. So whether you want to take the whole thing out, or even if you just want to take one of the corners off to maybe let a little heat out if it gets a bit exhausting, that's something you definitely can do. And on top of that, the height difference of this new sauna is actually a bit shorter than some of the original ones as well. As you can see, I'm about 5'7", and the height of the SaunaBox is actually 68 inches, which equates to about 5.67 feet. If I stand right beside it, my head is almost pretty much right at the top of it. So if I am inside, my head will actually almost graze against the top. It's not too much to where it's actually poking through the top, but I can definitely feel the ceiling being right on my head. Now, as we make our way inside, we can see a few of the accessories that come with the SaunaBox Pulse, including our two 660 nanometer red light therapy lights that sit right there. So they'll actually sit along the frame. There's a little clip right here, and then another one here at the bottom. Here we have our sweat mat with the SaunaBox logo on it, as well as our wooden folding chair. Now, right underneath our folding chair, and something you'll find right on the bottom, we actually have a remote that controls the infrared lights. So we have our on button right there. We can see power at the top, as well as the time for it. So here you can control the intensity, and then here you can control how long you actually want it on for. And now even under our sweat-proof mat here, we actually have another layer here, and it's actually connected by Velcro going all the way around these edges here, because each of these infrared panels connect to these little plugs right here. So there's one here, here, another one here, and then there's two more here on my right. And all those connect to this main plug here with a little zipper that actually allows you to take the cord outside, which I will show y'all. So it'll exit right through here, and then of course you can just put it into your outlet over there. But all of those will connect to this, and that extra layer on the bottom is just to keep all those wires hidden and organized. And last but not least for our accessories is the remote that actually operates this sauna. Now, something new that comes with the SaunaBox Pulse is actually a remote. This is not something that we've seen SaunaBox do quite yet, but it is pretty simple. We just have our on and off button. We can change the temperature displayed on the screen from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, depending on your preference. You can also change the time as well as the temperature of the sauna. Now, one really cool final thing about this remote is that it'll actually show the temperature of not only what you want the sauna set to, so I can change it up to the 160 degrees Fahrenheit as it has advertised, and not only will it blink or flash between the temperature that I want it to be at, but it actually shows the temperature that it's currently at. Now, I don't have it running quite yet, and I'm about to actually get it started so I can show you guys what this sauna is actually all about. But it actually has this little almost shoelace string that comes up the back here, and this will actually read the temperature. So even while you're in it, if you actually want to know how hot it currently is, the remote will flash between the two temperatures of what you want it at and what the sauna is actually temping at. Now that I've shown you guys what it's like both inside and out, let's actually talk a bit more about the specs and everything you need to know about the sauna. So this infrared sauna is heated using ultra-low EMF infrared heating panels and can heat up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Its dimensions are 36 inches in length, 36 inches in width, and 68 inches in height. Now for the most important part of the video, I'm actually going to be testing the pulse to let you guys know what the experience is like. I'm also going to be putting this at max temp so I can let you guys know how long it takes for it to actually reach its maximum temperature and how hot it actually gets. Now, just to be safe, I do have another thermometer right here. I'm actually gonna throw it in there while I get this thing started so we can do a comparison of temperatures. All right, so it's been about 21 minutes now, as you can see. Had a stopwatch going. So I set it to the max temperature just to see how fast it would get to its max temp. As we can see on the remote here, it says it's at 151 right now, and that's after 20 minutes. So I left the other thermometer right on top of our wooden folding chair. So it wasn't all the way at the top or resting on the floor either. I tried to put it right in the middle so we had a good idea of where it's at. And it says about the same thing, 151.9. So while it's not at the 160 that they do advertise, they are both very similar in temperature. So I'm actually kind of surprised that the remote and just that small little thermometer that SaunaBox provides with this new sauna is actually as accurate as it is. So now that we've done that quick comparison, I've shown you all how long it takes to actually get as hot as it does. So it's about 20 minutes to get to about 150. I started at about 90 degrees and I am in a garage as well. So I did start off at a bit warmer temperature, but now I'm gonna get inside and show you guys what it's all about and let you guys know my experience. All right, so that was my timer going off. It's been about 12 minutes and I've got to say this thing is very, very hot. Very, like normally with some of the other sauna boxes I've used, like I've obviously sweated quite a bit, but this one, the intensity of it was really something else. So having spent those past few minutes in there, before I conclude this video, I want to talk a bit more about the pros and cons of the sauna and who I think this sauna might actually be for. So starting off with the pros, I just want to talk about the outside again. I mean, it has that really nice rugged material. Like I had said early in the video, the original SaunaBox that I had posted a video about maybe like a year or so ago, it's still holding up super, super well. I mean, I've seen no wear, no tear on the outside, and we do actually keep it outdoors. Another thing, like I described just a few seconds ago, is that the intensity of this thing is there. While it didn't get up to that 160 degrees that they had advertised, it got up to like 151, 152. It still felt really, really good, really intense. As soon as I got out, I was like trying to catch my breath. While this is something that I do typically do, it still sort of caught me off guard how well it works. Now, while I do think that this sauna is great, especially for its price and being a more budget-friendly infrared heating sauna, there is a few cons that come with it. Number one, I will say, is that while the folding chair is something new that SaunaBox has done compared to being more of a miniature version of a lawn chair, one thing I didn't really enjoy is that I couldn't really lean back due to the poles getting quite warm. The actual panels inside, you will feel warmth coming from them, obviously, but they're not really hot to the touch, I guess you could say. The one thing with the poles though, is I did notice they did get quite hot. So for most of the times, I kind of had to rely on using my elbows as well as my forearms to sort of rest on my knees, which wasn't really a problem, but when you are doing something relaxing or if you choose to get a sauna for relaxation purposes, it is kind of nice to have the option to lean back, which with this chair, I'm not really able to do. And the final thing, this is just more of a minor thing, is just the assembly for it. While it does have all the wires and it is obviously to power every single panel that's within there, as well as the red lights both here on the sides, it did take a bit longer than they said it would take. On their website, they said it takes about 15 minutes to assemble. It took me maybe northwards of 30-ish minutes, and it could have just been me having a hard time putting it together, but having to do a bit of wire management wasn't the best, but that is also something you only have to deal with one time, so it's not really a con I could hold against the Pulse for forever. But with all that being said, I really enjoyed using the Pulse today. I mean, it was excellent, especially in comparison to the Solara, which if you're interested in learning a bit more about, I will have that video posted down below. I posted about a week or two ago, talking everything about their other more pro version of an infrared heated sauna. And in comparison to the Solara, while this is the more budget-friendly version, I didn't notice any lack of intensity from the Pulse in comparison to the Solara. And again, if you're interested in learning a bit more about the Solara, I'll have my video posted down below. So if you want to check it out, compare these two products to see which one would be best for you, feel free to go down there and click on that link. Now, to conclude this video, if you are interested in getting yourself a Pulse, a Solara, or any of the older versions of the SaunaBox or any accessories, feel free to use my link and code down below. That is going to get you 10% off anything on their website and 10% off your entire purchase. And last but not least, if you have any comments, questions, concerns about the Pulse, the Solara, or anything off of SaunaBox, feel free to use the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of the Pulse. Let me know what you think of the Solara, or leave any questions that you might have. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.